If you are a carrier, shipper, or freight broker, this demo is for you. We'll show you how to streamline freight sales and bidding, and then we'll talk about how to efficiently assign a carrier or a driver to a shipment. Then we'll use the dispatch console to optimize the routes and also the document generators to create the documents like bill of lading, rate confirmation, and more for an on-time delivery. We'll use the accounting and reporting features for invoicing and billing. And also we'll talk about the integrations with third-party applications such as tracking, LTL carriers, and more. And finally, we'll talk about the FTM portals for carriers, drivers, and customers to efficiently communicate with the system. So let's get into it.
As I briefly talked about it, FTM lives inside Salesforce, a native solution. That means no integration is needed. It's fully integrated on Salesforce with other tabs, other modules. Along the top, you will see a combination of the Salesforce tabs like accounts, contacts, etc., as well as logistic tabs like lane codes, loads, facilities, carriers, and so on. Sales operation for freight companies would start before you get a load. We generate these quotes rather quickly and send it over to different parties that are relevant and to see if we get a load or not. So if I go inside one of these, you have basic information like pickup, delivery, as well as the customer information and the amount that you're going to charge. You have different statuses from the time that you generate this quote all the way to the time that it's accepted by a client. And then here you can see the historical rate from this zip code to the same zip code, basically that lane. You use one of these templates to copy the relevant information from the left side to the body of the email to the right side and quickly send this via email. We put together all of this information in the form of a PDF, which can be also emailed with the system and directly from here. Not only did we generate quotes, but also we generate other documents as well, like rate confirmation, bill of lading, invoice, and so on, delivery notes. Once accepted, hit create a new load. It would pre-populate all the fields, and as soon as you hit save, will create a new load that you can check here. You see L537 was created, so I click that, it would navigate it to the load tab. I'm going to go back to one of these records. That's where your operation team comes to the picture and they manage the load from the time that is assigned, pick up, and all the way to the time that is delivered. And oftentimes brokers have multiple legs. So let's say you pick up a load in Europe and bring it to Long Beach. So within the system, you can create all of these documents, let's say bill of lading that you want to send to a carrier or a driver. And of course, it's going to be heavily customized based on your template, or a rate confirmation or an invoice. So you have the carrier rate here, you're paying your carriers. The load, you can record the additional income that you might have for this shipment. Let's say detention, layover, or driver assist, anything that you charge your customer, it's going to be recorded on their line item. And then whatever you pay your carriers would be also recorded within the shipment as pay items. And then margins are going to be calculated as necessary. And then you have a section for your carriers to manage them, all of that. It can be connected also to different systems like our own carrier sign-up page, which I'm going to go over in a second. To speed up the LTL and parcel operation, we have built the necessary integrations between the system and the carriers who manage these kind of loads. So after entering the information like commodity, etc., the class can be selected automatically by the system based on the formula fields that are predefined. After that, you are able to get the quote from different carriers, as you can see on the screen, and with different rates, with different transit times, and based on the information that we receive from these carriers, we can decide which shipment to book. This will speed up the LTL and parcel operation by a big margin. This is the carrier sign up. If you need carriers to go to your website and fill out a form, you can provide that to them, and then you can paste your carrier broker agreement there as well. They can sign it, they can upload their necessary information like MC, insurance, etc. And the system would create a record on your system on the carrier tab, and then you can take it from there, your staff, your team, and make it either compliant or non-compliant. And you can view the documents that they have uploaded. The signature is going to be captured. And then this is another portal for your carriers or their drivers. Again, it's another web portal that they can view the loads that they have with you. For example, this one is in transit to delivery, and they can change the status to delivered and the system gets updated. So you don't have to manually change the information on your system all the time or make a phone call. They can do that on their mobile phone or desktops. And if they have signature pages, for example, as a picture, they can upload it through these portals directly to the system. It would be attached to that load record, and then there is this capability to capture signature at different location, pickup, delivery. Similar to what I showed you for carriers, you can provide that information through a portal to your customers. They can view that their loads that they have with you, either on a phone or a computer, with all the details, the documentations like BOL, invoice, POD, whatever information that you have on the load record. You can decide what information to publish on these portals for them to view. And if we have the location data points of the load, we can have that shown on a map as well for them, so they know where the load is as it progresses. This one is a different portal. A prospect might come to your website and they fill out a form about the shipment that they have, and the system would create 3 different records: an account, which is a customer, a contact, maybe a person, and a lane quote, which can be converted into a shipment later. And then you will receive a notification email. And here are the sample records of an account, which is a customer, contact, which is a person working for a customer, and a quote, which I went over earlier, initial information about the shipment. And then you might get automated email as well on your phone or your mail. So on their fleet, you are able to manage all the trucks, trailers, and other equipment like forklift, and as such, you can manage all of them under this tab. So let's go and see what each record keeps. For example, here we have a truck, the specification, the model, year, mileage, and so on. You can see which loads has been hauled by this truck. You can see all the services which have been performed for this truck. And services, it has its own tab as well. So if I switch over to services, you will see a nice Kanban dashboard with the status of each service as a schedule, in progress, until it's closed. From the time that a truck or trailer goes to a shop, the issue is being worked on until it is fixed or it's done. We are on a facility profile. You might have thousands of facilities within the system, and then you see the basic information, but also you can track the inbound, outbound, internal movements, and then you can have the stock availability charts or other charts that we build within the system. Each of these tabs, there is an import wizard button. You come here, you hit the import, a wizard will open up. You select the record, like these are going to be carriers, you want to add new records, and then you drag and drop your CSV file, and then everything is going to be imported into the system. So dispatch console is another interesting feature. It's a very important component of Freight Trans Manager, and it's being used mostly by dispatchers to find the best routes for the available shipments, for the available trucks to cover the necessary loads. And it consists of multiple panels, including the truck lists, the available loads, and as well as the maps. And it has the ability to optimize the routes and suggest the best routes possible for the shipments, as you can see here. And based on the suggested shipments, you are able to commit to one of the routes that is suitable, and based on that, a committed trip is going to be created in the system with multiple loads. As a shipper company, you can manage as many shipments, as many orders as you'd like. And this can be a combination of multiple products that you are shipping at the same time. Using the product orders, you can get multiple lane codes, you can generate multiple related codes as well as related shipments. In this case, using these relationship fields that we have on the load and lane code, you can grab the information from the order as well and put it on a nice and proper BOL, as well as you can see here in PDF format generated for you with the products that are listed on the order as well. And as you can see, this is a nice BOL file, the necessary information which can be customized as well as needed. You can see the shipper information, receiver information, and more. Broker company, you are able to leverage bid portal. This can be used for different shipments that you have. You can open it up for carriers and other logistic companies to bid on each shipment that you have. And after they submit their rates, their transit time, you are able to view them on each load. So as you can see on this screen, we have different options for one shipment with different transit time, with different rates, and you can select one of them as and accept that bid. And after that, the carrier will receive an email with the rate confirmation of the rate that they have submitted to you, and that carrier will be assigned to that shipment to be transported for the customers. We provide the user training, any additional fields that you need on the shipments. We are going to have a lot of changes to the base package. And then the documentation that I showed you, rate con, quotes, BOLs, as well as these, let's say, driver carrier settlements, or these portals that I showed you, driver portal, carrier portal, customer portal, quote portal, the carrier sign-up portal, all of that, the branding, putting your logo, all those changes is going to be included. List views, tab layouts, email templates, all of that is going to be included. And then here is where it's different. For premium and gold, we have 20 and 50 additional hours of development. And then there's going to be reports and dashboard setup and training for premium and gold, custom email with attachment premium and gold, distance calculation with Google Maps premium gold, and community setup and AI for only gold. And the pricing is $500, $2,500, $6,500 for this.